Hello and welcome to the No One Asked You podcast. This series, I am once again joined by my wonderful co-host, Matt Darn Kitty.
Dorkus and I are sharing our experience reading The Way of Kings for the first time. Each episode, we will summarize what we've read and discuss the experience along the way.
This is Storming the Archives, The Way of Kings, and today we discuss chapters 71 and 72.
71 and 72.
We're so close to the end.
Yeah, my Kindle says 94%.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I see that it's our Zeth chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Any quick prediction going in?
No, maybe we'll have a little bit more confirmation of how Zeth sees his honor spread, because we've discussed how
Ooh, good prediction.
how that works, because that sentence that actually held so much previously, the one where it's like his honor, he was like enslaved to his honor or something like that one. Yeah,
Mhm.
we're gonna have some. I'm hoping we have some sort of confirmation that, because now we know honor spread and surge binders are a thing. Hopefully we'll figure out why we don't get to hear this honor spread. Is Soul just different?
Yeah. And I'm still expecting him to show up at the Shattered Plains at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Zeth Sun Volano, truthless of Shinovar, walked with bowed back, carrying a sack of grain down off the ship and onto the docks of Carbranth. Oh no! That's not the Shattered
Yeah.
Plains!
He's far off. He's got other stuff to do.
Teravangian's in trouble!
Mm,
Oh no, I
also,
like
yes,
him!
that's true. How do you know if it's Teravangian? Maybe it's Yasna.
Maybe.
Also, the idea of truthless, right? Truthless of Shinovar. That's interesting. We've just had the whole conversation of maybe those guys are like truth spreading or some
Oh
shit.
yeah.
That you need to tell them a truth in order to go to Shadesmar or something. Yeah, truthless. It just making me think, how does that relate in lore to Shin people,
Yeah.
if at all?
Yeah. The city of bells smelled of a fresh ocean morning, peaceful yet excited, fishermen calling to friends as they prepared their nets. Zeth joined the other porters, carrying his sack through the twisting streets. Perhaps another merchant might have used a chol cart, but Carbranth was infamous for its crowds and its steep walkways. A line of porters was an efficient option. Zeth kept his eyes down, partially to imitate the look of a worker, partially to lower his gaze from the blazing sun above, the god of gods who watched him and saw his shame. Zeth should not have been out during the day. He should have hidden his terrible face. This all seems vaguely new.
Yeah, like there is an we have always seen him at night, but so what? Because you're truthless, you must. Has that got to do with the truthlessness, or yeah?
Yep.
Again, you're just giving us more mysteries. Thanks, no answers.
And then god of gods. I
Mm-hmm.
think in many mythologies, the sun god tends to be the
Biggest one.
the
Yeah,
biggest one.
the leader. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if he's referencing a sun god or if he's
Mhm.
invoking like one god.
Nah, I think he's invoking, because the god of gods would mean literally that there are so many gods,
Yeah, true.
but that, yeah, you're right. It still could mean god of gods means he's the only one as well. Like
Yeah,
he's the. Yeah. It could
yeah,
mean the same thing. So yeah. Again, no answer.
yep. And the reason I brought up sun gods was because of the line about blazing sun above.
Mm-hmm.
He felt his every step should leave a bloody footprint, the massacres he'd committed these months, working for his hidden master. He could hear the dead scream every time he closed his eyes. They grated against his soul, wearing it to nothing, haunting him, consuming him. So many dead. So very many dead. Yeah, this is a Zeth chapter, all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what I'm thinking as I'm hearing all of this, because like, has he lost so much honor that his friend doesn't speak to him anymore? But he still obviously can surge bond, so it's like that bond
Yeah,
is you can't reverse it, but you just don't speak to each other anymore. Maybe I don't know.
possible. Was he losing his mind? Each time he carried out an assassination, he found himself blaming the victims. Yeah, don't do that. That's not a good place to go to.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Don't kill them.
No, that's just not how it worked for him. Okay.
Yeah. He cursed them for not being strong enough to fight back and kill him. During each of his slaughters, he wore white, just as he had been commanded. One foot in front of the other. Don't think. Don't focus on what you've done, on what you're going to do. He had reached the last name on the list, Taravangian, the king of
Yeah,
Carbronth.
killed it.
No!
And it's the last name.
Oh my. So then none of the other Alethi high princes were on the list.
Mm-hmm.
No Dalinar, no Sadius, no uh,
I don't know the
others.
others.
No Elhokar.
Mm-hmm.
A beloved monarch known for building and maintaining hospitals in his city. It was known as far away as Azir that if you were sick, Taravangian would take you in, come to Carbronth and be healed. The king loved all, and Szeth was going to kill him. Maybe this is what's going to force Szeth to break his honor and leave him alive.
Yeah. Like something's got to give essentially, eventually for Zeth. Like he's just broken so badly.
Yeah. At the top of the steep city, or both Shalon and Yasna will be there to protect
Mm-hmm.
Taravangian, and maybe they'll send Szeth into Shadesmar.
Yeah, and he's like in a shadow universe thing, and he's just there.
To the Shadow Realm you are banished.
Mm-hmm.
At the top of the steep city, Szeth lugged his sack with the other porters around to the back of the palace structure, entering a dim stone corridor. Taravangian was a simple-minded man. Rude.
Mm-hmm.
That should have made Szeth feel more guilty, but he found himself consumed by loathing. Taravangian would not be smart enough to prepare for Szeth. Fool. Idiot. Would Szeth never face a foe strong enough to kill him? So, a couple of things. One, Szeth, they don't know you're coming. Shame on you for blaming them for not knowing. But also, in the last chapter that we had you were criticizing the king you were about to kill for hiding behind a bunch of people. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
he's semi-prepared for it, and you found a way to blame him. So here,
Yeah.
it's like, because Taravangian seems like the guy who would send away his guards if he knew that they
Mm-hmm.
couldn't stop Szeth. And you're going to criticize him for that? Terrible.
Yeah, he's just trying. I think it's showing that he's just trying to find his mind just finds ways to hate his victims because it's like the only release in his mind is if they kill him. There's no
Yes.
other way. He can't kill himself. Blah blah. So yeah, so he's angry. He just manages to find other reasons, like any reason, to be angry at his victims.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Szeth had come to the city early and taken the job as a porter. He had needed to research and study, for the instructions commanded him, for once, not to kill anyone else in performing this assassination. Taravangian's murder was to be done quietly. Why the difference? The instructions stated that he was to deliver a message. The others are dead. I've come to finish the job. The
Uh,
others are dead?
Yeah. Is there some sort of society that they're part of?
That's where my mind went.
Yeah, and what you tell him and then you kill him? That okay? What? So make sure that he knows before he dies. Cool. How evil. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But I guess it helps us to know what's going on.
What is Taravangian involved in?
Yeah, and I suppose assassinating him quietly maybe then increases turmoil. Who killed him? Destabilizes the whole place.
Yep, and finish the job.
Mm.
The instructions were explicit. Make certain Taravangian heard and acknowledged the words before harming him. So maybe there's some magical element at play. Maybe there is some sort of afterlife or different realm.
Yeah, the dying words, like what? Yeah, he right before you die, like then having said something and acknowledged something or heard something is very important before you died. Okay,
Yeah.
like it's not just to be evil. It really has some sort of effect. The job is not done if that doesn't happen.
Yeah. This was looking like a work of vengeance. Someone had sent Zeth to hunt down and destroy the men who had wronged him. Oh, and Taravangian would have noticed this, and I think back to chapters with him where he gets these dark and ominous looks at random
Hmm.
points in the conversation. That must be what he was thinking of. Like maybe he had gotten word and, interesting. Zeth laid his sack down in the palace larder. He turned automatically, following the shuffling line of porters back down the hallway. He nodded toward the servants' privy, and the portermaster waved for him to go ahead. Zeth had made this same haul on several occasions, and could be trusted, presumably, to do his business and catch up. The privy didn't smell half as foul as he had anticipated. It was a dark room cut into the underground cavern, but a candle burned beside a man standing at the pissing trough. He nodded to Zeth, tying up the front of his trousers and wiping his fingers on the sides as he walked to the door.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. He took his candle but kindly lit a leftover stub before withdrawing. Yeah, that is very so nice of him.
Hmm.
This also echoes the "Have you seen me" guy in the first chapter with Zeth. Maybe.
I don't remember.
Zeth is walking through the celebration. He steps out,
Hmm.
he sees the heralds, statues, and then there's the guy speaking gibberish, bunny ears, saying, "Have you seen me?" And
Uh,
Zeth thinks
okay.
this guy's a drunkard.
Mm.
Maybe I'm looking too much into it. I don't think there's anything special about the peeing guy. I'm
It's
just
just a
saying,
yeah, it's just a parallel.
yeah. As soon as he was gone, Zeth infused himself with stormlight from his pouch and laid his hand on the door, performing a full lashing between it and the frame, locking it closed. His shard blade came out next. In the palace, everything was built downward. Trusting the maps he'd purchased, he knelt and carved a square of rock from the floor, wider at the bottom. As it began to slide down, Zeth infused it with stormlight, performing half a basic lashing upward, making the rock weightless. Cool.
Cool magic stuff, all the stuff that Kaladin has to figure out.
Yeah. Next, he lashed himself upward with a subtle lashing that left him weighing only a tenth his normal weight. He leapt onto the rock, and his lessened weight pushed the rock down slowly. He rode it down into the room below. 3 couches with plush violet cushions lined the walls, setting beneath fine silver mirrors. The light eyes privy. A lamp burned with a small flame in the sconce, but Zeth was alone. Yeah, don't kill Taravangian on the toilet, please.
Eh, imagine just he wouldn't okay, so he wouldn't have killed anyone that he found in there, but can you imagine just, doing your business and then out pops this guy through the ceiling? Okay.
Would scare the shit out of me, so I think I'd be in an
Yeah.
appropriate place.
Yeah, exactly.
The stone thumped softly to the floor, and Zeth leaped off. He shed his clothing, revealing a black and white master servant's outfit underneath. He took a matching cap from the pocket and slipped it on, reluctantly dismissed his blade, then slipped into the hallway and quickly lashed the door shut. These days, he rarely gave a thought to the fact that he walked on stone. Once he would have revered a corridor of rock like this. Had that man once been him? Had he ever revered anything?
Sure, yeah. Like that was in the beginning of the book. We had him thinking more about the rock and standing on rock. Now it's like, so yeah.
Look, all I'm saying, Zeth, is if you can train yourself to not care about standing on profane stone, you can also not care about the oath stone and killing people because
Hmm.
your master tells you.
Yeah, unless there is actual magical bonding, but it seems like it's cultural.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Which means what cultural power.
Mm-hmm. Conjure power is the same sort of thing.
Yeah. Zeth hurried onward. His time was short. Fortunately, King Taravangian kept a strict schedule. 7th bell, private reflections in his study. Zeth could see the doorway into the study ahead, guarded by 2 soldiers. Zeth bowed his head, hiding his shin eyes, and hurrying up to them. One of the men held out his hand warningly, so Zeth grabbed it, twisting, shattering the wrist. He smashed his elbow into the man's face, throwing him back against the wall. What happened to not being seen?
Yeah, well, I suppose if this guy's knocked out, then it's fine. But
True.
yeah, he could probably wake up and you don't go out for that long if you're knocked out. So yeah.
True. The man's stunned companion opened his mouth to yell, but Zeth kicked him in the stomach. Even without a shard blade, he was dangerous, infused with stormlight and trained in Kamar. That's new.
Mm-hmm.
Kamar. I assume that's a martial art?
Yeah. It's not a place.
Yeah, I agree. He grabbed the second guard by the hair and slammed his forehead against the rock floor. Then he rose and kicked open the door. He walked into a room well illuminated by a double row of lamps on the left. Crammed bookcases covered the right wall from floor to ceiling. A man sat cross-legged on a small rug directly ahead of Zeth. Oh, because this is happening, I am readjusting my prediction in the last chapter that was the last we would see of Yasna and Shalon in this book.
I hope you're right, because I don't want Taravangian to die.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll find the body. I don't want Taravangian to die.
Yeah.
The man looked out an enormous window cut through the rock, staring at the ocean beyond. Oh, he totally knows what's coming. Zeth strode forward. I have been instructed to tell you that the others are dead. I've come to finish the job. He raised his hands, shard blade forming. The king did not turn. Hey, if the king never acknowledges what Zeth says...
Yes!
Just pretend he's not there, Taravangian.
Yeah.
Plot twist. He's already dead.
Yeah, he just falls over now.
Yeah. The king did not turn. Zeth hesitated. He had to make certain the man acknowledged what had been said. Yeah, don't respond, Taravangian. Did you hear me? Zeth demanded, striding forward. Did you kill my gods, Zeth Sun Volano? He knows the name.
Ooh, that will give you pause. And he didn't, like, that's not necessarily acknowledgement of what was said before.
That's
it's
true.
A new question.
That's true. Did you kill my gods, Zeth Sun Volano? The king asked quietly. Zeth froze. He cursed and stepped backward, raising his blade in a defensive stance. Another trap? No, there's no one. The king is prepared to die, I bet.
But I hope he at least imparts something upon Zeth that helps him.
Yep. You have done your work well, the king said, still not facing him. Leaders dead, lives lost, panic and chaos. Was this your destiny? Do you wonder? Given that monstrosity of a shard blade by your people, cast out and absolved of any sin your masters might require of you?
Okay, so his people give shard blades to these truthless people and then, put them cast out, but they also are still absolved of any sin your masters might require of you. So I don't think he is absolved. He doesn't consider himself absolved.
Yeah, all of that. He does not consider himself absolved. So it's weird that the cultural power insists that he do this, and yet he feels that there is no cultural power strong enough to make him feel as if he's absolved. So that's really interesting.
Yeah. It should be on the master. Like, he's just a tool. Yeah, it's fine.
Yep.
But he's got a conscience, which should make him different to others in his culture.
Yeah.
Here he goes.
I am not absolved, Zeth said, still wary. It is a common mistake stonewalkers make. Each life I take weighs me down, eating away at my soul.
Okay. So it's just a cultural misunderstanding?
Maybe. The voices, the screams, spirits below, I can hear them howling. Those are all thoughts. Yet you kill. It is my punishment, Zeth said. To kill, to have no choice, but to bear the sins nonetheless. I am truthless. Truthless, the king mused. I would say that you know much truth. More than your countrymen now. He finally turned to face Zeth, and Zeth saw that he had been wrong about this man. King Taravangian was no simpleton. He had keen eyes and a wise, knowing face rimmed with a full white beard, the mustaches drooping like arrow points.
Yeah, it seems like he's probably cultivated this idea that he's simple and just, just basic and used that to his advantage.
And maybe he is a little simple. I don't think he is, but he seems to have like max wisdom score
Hmm.
at the
So you
very
can
least.
lean, yeah, but he leans into basicness
Yeah.
whenever it suits him.
Yeah. You have seen what death and murder do to a man. You could say, Zeth son Volano, that you bear great sins for your people. You understand what they cannot, and so you have truth. So, that you bear great sins for your people makes me think of
Hmm.
Jesus.
Hmm.
And we know Kaladin is doing that, and we know that these comparisons are something Sanderson likes to write about. So, what do you make of that, Kitty?
Mm, yeah, he seems that just makes me actually think that he performs all of this for his culture, for his people.
Hmm.
Somehow, all of that, all of this killing, the oath stone, and all of that is for the people. It actually is positioned so that the people are absolved.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that just Zeth does it. I suppose it's everybody that's truthless, but it doesn't seem the way that Zeth is. It really seems like he like the first impression I got was that his culture would hate him, that he is actually cast out and horrible and whatever, and an abomination. So how does he get this idea from? There's still this misunderstanding of what Taravangian is saying here and what we've known of Zeth. So I'm still trying to figure out what exactly their cultural understanding is, what
Yeah.
exactly their religion is. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Zeth frowned, and then it began to make sense. He knew what would happen next, even as the king reached into his voluminous sleeve and withdrew a small rock that glittered in the light of 24 lamps. You were always him, Zeth said. My unseen master.
That's freaking cool. That's a great reveal.
Evil Taravangian?
He's pulling strings. Not necessarily evil. We don't know why he's doing this.
Hmm. Taravangian on the side of the Everstorm?
Yeah, we don't know.
The king set the rock on the ground between them, Zeth's oath stone. You put your own name on the list, Zeth said. In case you were captured, Taravangian said. The best defense against suspicion is to be grouped with the victims. Clever.
Mm-hmm.
Very clever. And if I'd killed you? The instructions were explicit, Taravangian said, and as we have determined, you are quite good at following them. I probably needn't say it, but I order you not to harm me. Now, did you kill my guards?
Okay, you're now getting into Sadia's voice in your performance because you've now decided he's evil. That's what I've noticed. Like you went a bit more from kind elderly man to Sadia's voice in your performance.
Well, Taravangian is much more sneaky than we had been led to believe. He has
Mm-hmm.
dropped the mask.
Okay.
I do not know, Zeth said, forcing himself to drop to one knee and dismissing his blade. He spoke loudly, trying to drown out the screams that he thought, for certain, must be coming from the upper eaves of the room. I knocked them both unconscious. I believe I cracked one man's skull. Taravangian breathed out, sighing. He rose, stepping to the doorway. Zeth glanced over his shoulder to note the aged king inspecting the guards and checking their wounds. Taravangian called for help, and other guards arrived to see to the men. Cool, so he cares about his guards.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Like I want explanations here. Good lord.
Yeah.
I feel like we're also gonna get a cliffhanger with these guys.
Oh, I hope not. Wrap everything up in a bow for us, please,
Mhm.
Mr. Sanderson.
Mhm.
We have been hanging on for 1,219 pages in my edition. We deserve
Mhm.
some answers. Zeth was left with a terrible storm of emotions. This kindly, contemplative man had sent him to kill and murder? He had caused the screams? Taravangian returned. Why? Zeth asked, voice hoarse. Vengeance? No. Taravangian sounded very tired. Some of those men you killed were my dear friends, Zeth Zunsun Volano. More insurance, Zeth spat, to keep yourself from suspicion. You're seeming very talkative right now, Zeth, which certainly speaks to your anger, but
Mhm.
interesting. But I guess Taravangian is coaxing him a little bit as well.
Yeah. He hasn't been told to keep quiet.
Yeah. In part. And in part because their deaths were necessary. Why? Zeth asked. What could it possibly have served? Stability. Those you killed were among the most powerful and influential men in Roshar. You gotta explain that one to me, Taravangian. Do you think they were evil and causing division? And are you poised to implement your own men of like-minded, peaceful nature? Is that what's going on?
He might have found them too unstable themselves, as they're influential, yes, but they're just doing the wrong influence according to
Yeah,
Teravangian. It's not that they're evil, it's just that they're not doing what's right, because Teravangian is the master. He knows the way the world should go,
yeah.
and this was just how it should be.
Hmm.
He's kind of being a bit like Yasna, but on a grand scale.
Right. How does that help stability? Sometimes, Taravangian said, you must tear down a structure to build a new one with stronger walls. He turned around, looking out over the ocean. And we are going to need strong walls in the coming years. Very, very strong walls. Ooh, I think he knows what's
Yeah.
coming.
It's in the name of unity, maybe. He is trying to actually weather the Everstorm. He's not on the side of it, but he's doing really drastic things to prepare for it.
Yeah. He turned around, looking out over the ocean. And we are going to need strong walls in the coming years. Very, very strong walls. Your words are like the 100 doves. Easy to release, difficult to keep, Taravangian said, speaking the words in Shin. I like the proverb.
Mhm.
Zeth looked up sharply. This man spoke the Shin language and knew his people's proverbs, odd to find in a stonewalker, odder to find in a murderer.
Ah, nice. Order to find in a murderer. That's very good. Now, so his master is a murderer. He knows this. He understands that he has killed all these people, but it's because the master told him to. That makes him a murderer. Good.
Yes, and I guess the Shin are so life adoring that
Mhm.
it's strange that someone who's willing to murder would take the time to learn
Mm.
Shin culture and language and proverbs. Yes, I speak your language. Sometimes I wonder if the Life Brother himself sent you to me. Life Brother, I assume that is
Mm.
a Shin deity, perhaps.
Yeah.
To bloody myself so that you wouldn't have to, Zeth said. Yes, that sounds like something one of your Vorin gods would do. Oh, maybe Life
Okay, so
Brother
it's
is
a
a
foreign
Vorin god.
god.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Taravangian fell silent. Oh no, is he insulted? Maybe.
Mm.
Get up, he finally said. Zeth obeyed. He would always obey his master. Taravangian led him to a door set into the side of the study. The aged man pulled a sphere lamp off the wall, lighting a winding stairwell of deep, narrow steps. They followed it down and eventually came to a landing. Taravangian pushed open another door and entered a large room that wasn't on any of the palace maps that Zeth had purchased or bribed a look at. It was long, with wide railings on the sides, giving it a terraced look. Everything was painted white. Ooh.
Hmm.
Was Taravangian involved with the Gavilar assassination?
Yeah, interesting, because he's been ordered to wear white and all of that.
Yes, but why would he place the blame on the Parshendi? Why would the Parshendi go along with it? And
Mm.
wasn't Gavilar trying to unite them, which ostensibly is what Teravangian? Yeah, well, he
Yeah.
wants to
That
prepare for the Everstorm. It was filled with beds, hundreds and hundreds of them. Many were occupied. Okay, cryo chamber. I'm kidding. Zeth followed the king, frowning. An enormous hidden room cut into the stone of the conclave. People bustled about wearing white coats. A hospital? Zeth said. You expect me to find your humanitarian efforts a redemption for what you have commanded of me? I don't know. You take one life but save 100 more with your universal health care?
machinations and your universal healthcare, yes, but I don't know. But he's still angry. That's yeah. That's still that doesn't make you less evil because you've yeah assassination, brutal deaths.
Yeah. Kill as you've never killed before. That's a
Mm-hmm.
pretty hardcore order to give.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't all quiet, singular assassinations.
Exactly. They were freaking massacres.
Yeah. This is not humanitarian work. It's a science lab.
He's doing experiments.
Strange and unsettling experiments. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. This is not humanitarian work, Teravangian said, walking forward slowly, white and orange robes rustling. Those they passed bowed to him with reverence. Teravangian led Zeth to an alcove of beds, each with a sickly person in it. There were healers working on them, doing something to their arms. Also, did Kaladin's dad know about this?
Probably not.
Hmm. Doing something to their arms, draining their blood. A woman with a writing clipboard stood near the beds, pen held, waiting for something. What? Oh, are these
He's
the folks that are collecting the death rattles?
yeah, maybe. Yeah, that could be it. It's really this is quite a reveal that's coming up.
Yeah, but they aren't the Ardentia. Or maybe
Mm,
they are?
I don't know. In the also the name of the chapter is like written in blood or something. So yeah, that's
Recorded in
what are we?
blood. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. If anyone was to notice that death rattles were happening, it would be people in hospitals.
Yes.
But now they're causing it to happen. That's a problem.
Yeah. I don't understand, Zeth said, watching in horror as 4 patients grew pale. You're killing them, aren't you? Yes, we don't need the blood. It is merely a way to kill slowly and easily. Every one of them? The people in this room? We try to select only the worst cases to move here, for once they are brought to this place, we cannot let them leave if they begin to recover. He turned to Zath, eyes sorrowful. Sometimes we need more bodies than the terminally sick can provide, and so we must bring the forgotten and the lowly, those who will not be missed.
Oh, he's crazy. Okay, so he thinks he's doing this all for good. That's the thing. He's crazy,
Yeah.
but he thinks he's doing it all. It's all for the right reasons.
Are they like sacrificing to a dark god or something? um,
Uh, I don't think so. I really think it is about the death rattles because
yeah,
they don't need the blood. They
yeah,
said.
yeah, and maybe he's trying to divine more information
Mm-hmm.
about the Everstorm.
Yeah.
Where have we heard those who will not be missed in a similar context to this? Anywhere?
Well, it's you. I don't know, but it's usually something that people say when women of the night or homeless people are the victims of serial killers. They say that they're less dead.
Right.
They won't be missed. Yeah.
Did you go to criminals before Forgotten and Lowly?
I don't know.
Zeth couldn't speak. He couldn't voice his horror and revulsion. Honestly, I'm waiting for some sort of reveal that makes it okay to Zeth, in a way.
I don't know if it'll ever be okay for him.
Yeah.
It's gonna take him a lot more. He has to be under the only reason he's taking part in any of this is because his master is doing this. I don't think he's going to turn and understand what his master's saying.
Yeah. He couldn't voice his horror and revulsion. In front of him, one of the victims, a man in his younger years, expired. 2 of those remaining were children. Zeth stepped forward. He had to stop this. He had to. You will still yourself, Taravangian said, and you will return to my side. Zeth did as his master commanded. What were a few more deaths? Just another set of screams to haunt him. He could hear them now, coming from beneath beds, behind furniture. Or I could kill him,
Ooh.
Zeth thought.
Yes. Yes. Yes, you could. Just go mad and kill him.
Yes, but wait until he tells you why so we can know. Zeth thought. I could stop this. He nearly did it, but honor prevailed for the moment. You see, Zeth son Volano, Taravangian said, I did not send you to do my bloody work for me. I do it here myself. I have personally held the knife and released the blood from the veins of many. Much like you, I know I cannot escape my sins. We are 2 men of one heart. This is one reason why I sought you out. Whatever you need to tell yourself, dude.
Exactly. Sure. Whatever. Oh yeah, I do feel bad for what I'm doing. But you weren't not bad enough for you to stop, huh?
Yeah. But why? Zeth said. On the beds, a dying youth started speaking. Death rattle!
Mm-hmm.
One of the women with the clipboards stepped forward, quickly recording the words. The day was ours, but they took it, the boy cried. Stormfather, you cannot have it! The day is ours! They come rasping and the lights fail! Oh, Stormfather! The boy arched his back, then fell still, suddenly, eyes dead. Wow.
Mm-hmm. So there's people that die without death rattles, but you still have to kill them.
Yeah, I guess.
Because we had that other person die, that one person. Yeah.
So that's an interesting thing then. Does every death rattle have to come from someone who is killed rather than dies naturally?
I don't know. I think it probably is. Would it? Yeah, I don't know if it's blood related. It could be just dying naturally.
Yeah.
But you just get more, obviously more deaths if you just they die when you want them to.
Right. Does Yasna know about this? I bet she does.
Obviously. What? I don't know.
Were you just about to say obviously not?
I thought obviously not.
Okay, interesting. But surely this is why she's researching the Voidbringers so hard.
That's true.
The king turned to Zeth. It is better for one man to sin than for a people to be destroyed, wouldn't you say, Zeth son Volano? We do not know why some speak when others do not, Taravangian said, but the dying see something. It began 7 years ago, about the time when King Gavilar was investigating the Shattered Plains for the first time. His eyes grew distant. It is coming, and these people see it. On that bridge between life and the endless ocean of death, they view something. Their words might save us. You are a monster. Yes, Taravangian said, but I am the monster who will save this world. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. That's what he thinks, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is the only way. He figured out the rules of the game, and he was like, fine. So you're giving me these death rattles, cool, this is how it's gonna happen. And yeah, well, I will take on the guilt. Cool. I'm happy with that. And these lives will spare more lives in the future. So
Yeah.
I do now that I've had a little time, like it does make sense that Yasna would actually wouldn't have she would get over that. She would understand it because she's the kind of person that will just go and kill thieves, whatever. So
Yeah.
she's pragmatic in that way. And yeah, okay, the mass killing would probably give her pause, but if she's understanding
It's for the greater
why,
good.
yeah. And that could also be why she's desperate to find more information, where it's like you don't need these freaking death rattles.
Yeah.
Or she's actually given the death rattles to analyze herself.
Yeah.
So yeah. Mm.
He looked at Zeth. I have a name to add to your list. I had hoped to avoid doing this, but recent events have made it inevitable. I cannot let him seize control. Oh god, it's going to be Dalinar, isn't it? No, it can't
Mm-hmm.
be Dalinar.
Well,
Dalinar's...
then Kaladin's gonna kill Zeth. Let's go.
But recent events have made it inevitable. I cannot let him seize control. It will undermine everything. Who? Zeth asked, wondering if anything at all could horrify him further. Dalinar Kholin. Why, Teravangian?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Why does he want to? And also, why is he not? Why? Like, why? You can't. What's wrong with his control? He
He's
wants. They
uniting
have the same.
people.
Well, that's the problem.
Trying to. He's trying to prepare everyone. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, this is big.
Mm-hmm.
Dalinar Kholin, Teravangian said. I'm afraid it must be done quickly before he can unite the Alethi High Princes. You will go to the Shattered Plains and end him. He hesitated. It must be done brutally, I'm afraid. I have rarely had the luxury of working otherwise, Zeth said, closing his eyes. The screams greeted him.
Ah. Okay. No. 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 So he is against. So it was him. It could be him. Gavilar was killed by Teravangian
Yeah, that's kind of what
because he
it's...
doesn't want them united. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't understand it. He wants to strengthen the foundations. I can understand going after divisive folks like Sadius, but I don't see how going after someone like Dalinar accomplishes that.
Well, he doesn't want. It seems like he actually doesn't want unity. He doesn't want the High Princes united for some reason.
Right, but it seems to me that if the world is in a degree of chaos when the Everstorm hits, it'll make it that much harder for the world to survive against the Everstorm, unless Teravangian is planning to take larger control after the Everstorm hits. And he thinks that's what he has in mind when he says he's going to rebuild the foundations, the walls stronger. He's going to do that after 90% of humanity is wiped out.
Yeah, because then he can just control it the way he wants it to be.
And that's not going to work out
And
for him at all.
yeah, if they unite, then that just means there's a better chance of them surviving and old culture surviving, and he doesn't get to replace it with what he wants.
Yeah. Teravangian just shot way up high into the evil meter.
Mm-hmm. He broke it.
Yeah. Wow.
Damn reveals. No wonder this is a blind.
Right?
Ugh.
Wow.
Ah. And Kaladin is not going to be ready to protect Dalinar. Ugh.
Oh, but he's going to have to be. And Zeth isn't going to expect it. Oh, but Zeth totally outclasses
Mm-hmm. In
Kaladin.
binding, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Got to try and convince him to go against his master.
Yeah, and we're not going to go through another. Dalinar's actually really good. Don't kill him
Mm-hmm.
or hate him kind of an arc with Zeth, because we've already more or less
No.
accomplished and are going to accomplish that with Kaladin. So it's going to
Mm.
look different. I mean, we did predict Dalinar would die at some point.
Yeah. I mean, and it does in that chapter we just had him say, will he ever meet a foe that will kill is worthy and will kill him, will
Yeah.
strong enough to kill him? And then that made me think of Kaladin. So it's like, well, there you go. That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyway, 72?
Mm-hmm.
Veristatalian. Back to
Oh wow, we're back with
Shalon.
the girls.
Yeah,
Mm.
nice. Oh, she's gonna tell Shalon everything Teravangian just told Zeth. Maybe,
Maybe. Before I read,
Shalon said.
I need to understand something. You soul cast my blood, didn't you? To remove the poison.
Yasna said.
Yes, it acted extremely quickly, as I said. It must have been a very concentrated form of powder. I had to soul cast your blood several times as we got you to vomit. Your body continued to absorb the poison. But you said you aren't good with organics.
Shalon said.
You turned the strawberry jam into something inedible. Blood isn't the same.
Yasna said, waving her hand. Okay, so that's interesting. I'm curious
Hmm.
to know what the distinction there is, which I bet she's about to get
Yeah.
into.
It's one of the essences. Capital E.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing the capital E in. You'll learn this should I actually decide to teach you soulcasting. For now, know that the pure form of an essence is quite easy to make. The 8 kinds of blood are easier to create than water, for instance. Creating something as complex as strawberry jam, however, a mush made from a fruit I'd never before tasted or smelled, was well beyond my abilities. Yeah, just make some other jam then. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know what it tastes like.
Yeah.
If I understand all of this correctly, it makes sense, I think.
Mm.
The 8 kinds of blood. So is that like O negative, B
Blood type.
positive? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Which is an interesting bit of knowledge that they have there.
Okay, then they should check blood types for their death rattles. See if that's a thing.
Yes.
Hmm. But are you? Yeah. Then they know there's some kind of blood, some type blood type. So okay. And the Ardents,
Shalon said.
those who soulcast, do they actually use Fabrials, or is it all a hoax? No, soulcasting Fabrials are real, quite real. So far as I know, everyone else who does what we can do, uses a Fabrial to accomplish it.
Okay. Unless there are others that
Mm.
are also hiding this secret.
Yeah. Everyone's actually hiding it.
It wouldn't surprise
Okay, how
me
do you
if
even?
there are others, though.
Yeah, yeah, there must be. But also, I'm wondering how do you even approach that subject? Like, have you ever soul cast without a soul caster? Like,
Have you ever
oh,
tried?
so yeah, so it makes sense that the secret wouldn't really be out in this kind of society.
Yeah. Have you ever tried flying without a plane?
What of the creatures with the symbol heads?
Shalon asked. She flipped through her sketches, then held up an image of them.
Do you see them too? How are they related?
Oh, yeah, that totally means if they are
Mm.
related, that would mean that Elokar is capable of doing this too, and I wonder if he knows.
I don't think so.
He's paranoid about the creatures, so that suggests he doesn't.
Mm.
Yasna frowned, taking the image.
You see beings like this in Shadesmar?
That means maybe Yasna doesn't know.
Yeah, exactly. She's never seen them before. They appear in my drawings.
Shalon said.
They're around me, Yasna. You don't see them? Am I?
Yasna held up a hand.
Woo, here we are.
Oh, yay!
The yeah. These are a type of spren, Shalon.
What kind?
Yeah, what kind? Is it truth spren, like we thought? They are related to what you do.
She tapped the desk softly.
2 orders of the Knights Radiant possessed inherent soul casting ability. It was based on their powers that the original Fabrials were designed, I believe. I had assumed that you. But no, that obviously wouldn't make sense. I see now. Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks for talking to yourself. Talk to us.
But 2 orders, okay.
Yeah. So 2 orders, and so it seems like it's some sort of biological thing that eventually just. So they're part of the Knights Radiance. That's makes sense that they've got heritage lineage back then.
Mm-hmm.
Unless all these powers are just coming again now.
Yeah.
What? I will explain as I train you.
Yasna said, handing back the sheet.
You will need a greater foundation before you can grasp it. Suffice it to say that each Radiant's abilities were tied to the Spren. Ooh, so we got Spren, we got the Honor Spren that gives them Surge Binding. What other kinds of powers do Knights Radiant have? Ooh.
Yeah. Well, we know one of them had healing abilities, although we don't know if that's specifically Spren tied or not, though it seems likely now.
Well, Surge Binding does help you heal as well. So, Wait, Radiance? But I will explain.
Yasna said.
But first, we must speak of the Voidbringers. Would they speak about all of it? Sorry,
Yeah.
I want them to speak about all of it in this chapter, but I don't feel like we'll get everything. Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. Shalon nodded.
You think they'll return, don't you?
Yasna studied her.
What makes you say that? The legends say the Voidbringers came 100 times to try destroy mankind.
Shalon continued.
I read some of your notes. You what?
Oh,
Like,
shit!
why are you surprised? Why are you surprised at this?
Honestly, yeah.
Mhm. I was looking for information on soul casting.
Shalon confessed. Yasna sighed.
Well, I suppose it is the least of your crimes.
Zing.
Yeah, and she's not lying anymore. She's being honest. So, what do you want from her?
Yeah,
I can't understand.
Shalon said.
Why are you bothering with these stories of myths and shadows? Other scholars I know you respect, consider the Voidbringers to be a fabrication. Yet you chase stories from rural farmers and write them down in your notebook. Why, Yasna? Why do you have faith in this when you reject things that are so much more plausible?
Good questions, Shalon.
Yeah, like we asked these earlier when we were thinking about her doing Voidbringers and stuff, and it's like, well, she believes in the Voidbringers. She doesn't believe in the Almighty. Yeah.
Yeah. Yasna looked over her sheets of paper.
Do you know the real difference between me and a believer, Shalon?
Shalon shook her head.
It strikes me that religion, in its essence, seeks to take natural events and ascribe supernatural causes to them. I, however, seek to take supernatural events and find the natural meanings behind them. Perhaps that is the final dividing line between science and religion. Opposite sides of a card.
It's very Tyndall of her, and I know we've made that
Mhm.
comparison before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's just like, okay, cool. You did. So she's a scientist. She believes in science. So you think the Voidbringers had a natural, real-world correlate?
Yasna said firmly.
I'm certain of it. Something caused the legends. What was it?
Yasna handed Shalon a page of notes.
These are the best I've been able to find. Read them. Tell me what you think.
Shalon scanned the page. Some of the quotes, or at least the concepts, were familiar to her from what she'd read already.
Suddenly dangerous, like a calm day that became a tempest. They were real,
Yasna repeated.
beings of ash and fire. We fought with them.
Yasna said.
We fought so often that men began to speak of the creatures in metaphor. 100 battles, 10 tenfolds. Oh, is it climate change? Okay.
I mean, one wonders if it's the Parshendi, but
Hmm.
where are the rock creatures that we know are coming?
Hmm. And why is it so cyclical? Yeah, that's still you still have Spren and things, so it's a very. I'm not just going to call it. Oh, and there's no evil involved in it. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Flame and char, skin so terrible, eyes like pits of blackness, music when they kill. Okay,
it
so it's music
sounds
when they kill. It's Parshendi.
it sounds very Parshendi-ish, to be certain.
Mm-hmm.
Red herring. I think it's a red
Yeah.
herring.
Do they level up and become crazy?
Yeah,
Voidbringers? Mhm. We defeated them.
Yasna said. Shalon felt a chill.
But the legends lie about one thing.
Yasna continued.
They claim we chased the Voidbringers off the face of Roshar or destroyed them. But that's not how humans work. We don't throw away something we can use.
Ooh.
Mm. Okay, so it's, yeah, the Parshendi just rise up every now and then, evolve every now and then we throw them away and we start using them as slaves, or we beat them down and just devolve them. Okay.
Ooh, interesting. So you're thinking like we did something to the Parshendi. I mean, the humans,
Humans.
the Rosharans, did
Mm-hmm.
something to the Parshendi that cut off that music and
Mm-hmm.
kept the Parshmen alive, and doing so meant that the Parshendi survived as well.
Mm.
Shalon rose, walking to the edge of the balcony, looking out at the lift, which was slowly being lowered by its two porters, Parshmen, with skin of black and red, ash and fire. And it sounds like I think to Dalinar's description after he's killed them with the shard blade, how they like smoke and smolder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that is something that happens when you kill with the shard blade, but yeah, they're that would make its way into the legends then.
Yeah. Ash and fire,
Stormfather.
Shalon whispered, horrified.
We didn't destroy the Voidbringers.
Yasna said from behind, her voice haunted.
We enslaved them.
Bum bum bum!
Yeah. That's why that one is a blind, boys. It's too much. It's all too much. He just really just slaps you in the face with all of this in the last few chapters. My
Yeah.
goodness.
Look, I don't doubt that the Parshendi are hiding their power levels, and I don't doubt that something evil created the Parshmen.
Mm.
Ha.
But why do they? Are they the desolation? And isn't there an Everstorm still?
And where do the rock creatures come in from it? I mean, we know from Kaladin and Dalinar, they're experiencing this strange respect for the Parshendi. So what does that
Mm-hmm.
add in there? I don't remember seeing Parshendi. I don't remember Dalinar commenting on seeing Parshendi corpses in the Noadon vision.
Mm-hmm.
He noted the rock creatures, not
Well, they might have
Parshendi.
looked different. Yeah, they might have had even looked different at that point. Like he doesn't know what he's looking at.
True.
So he might not have noticed the similarities with Parchment.
Yeah. It could be like Voidbringer. Maybe it's more like it's not that they themselves are devils, but
Mm.
where they come from like opens a gateway to the void, or their coming is a sign that the Everstorm is on its way, more so than any individual Parshendi is a Voidbringer. He is a devil,
Mm.
maybe.
Yeah, like they're a sign. Yeah,
Yeah.
they bring
They bring the
good
void.
lord. Yeah, it's so much going on. Oh, yeah. I'm tired.
Yeah.
It's tiring. It's a good tired.
Yeah. Mind blown for a little bit. Gotta sit with that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Anything else to say?
Like the video.
If you like. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great rest of your week. Subscribe to That Darn Kita if you get a chance, because she's got a great channel.
And oh, sorry, I was just thinking about you should also let people know. Sorry, no, I'm just saying at some point you should let people know as well that they can find the podcast on Spotify and podcasts or whatever. Anyway, sorry,
Yes, it is
just
also
cuts
on
it in.
Spotify. Also, join the Discord.
Hmm. And subscribe to this channel because you know it is a great one.
It would be greatly appreciated. And we'll see you next time. Okay, thanks, bye.
Okay, thanks, bye.